Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. That's depending where you are. In the world, we're doing a nighttime devotion from the devotional Maranatha. The title today, Promote Healthful Living. Scripture reading comes from Romans 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. It's impossible for a man to present his body a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, while continuing to indulge habits that are depriving him of physical, mental, and moral vigor. Again, the apostle says, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. We're in a world that is opposed to righteousness or purity of character, and especially to growth in grace. Wherever we look, we see defilement and corruption, deformity and sin. How opposed is all this to the work that must be accomplished in us just previous to receiving the gift of immortality? God's elect must stand untainted amid the corruptions teeming around them in these last days. Their bodies must be made holy, their spirits pure. If this work is to be accomplished, it must be undertaken at once, earnestly and understandably. The Spirit of God should have perfect control, influencing every action. The health reform is one branch of the great work, which is to fit a people for the coming of the Lord. Men and women cannot violate natural law by indulging depraved appetites and lustful passions without violating the law of God. Therefore, He has permitted the light of health reform to shine upon us, that we may realize the sinfulness of breaking the laws which He's establishing in our very being. To make natural law plain and to urge obedience to it is a work that accompanies the third angel's message. God designs that the subject shall be agitated, the public mind deeply stirred to investigate it. For it is impossible for men and women, while under the power of sinful, health destroying, brain enervating habits, to appreciate sacred truth. He who cherishes the light which God has given him upon health reform has an important aid in the work of becoming sanctified through the truth and fitted for immortality. That title again, Promote Healthful Living. So the scripture does say that we should present ourselves a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. A living sacrifice doesn't mean that we should kill ourselves or put ourselves on the fire or whatever. It's not about that. That sacrificial ceremony was nailed to the cross when Jesus became that ultimate sacrifice. Those ceremonies, those tabernacles, those sanctuaries, the temple in Jerusalem is not needed anymore. Those ceremonies are not needed anymore. Those priests aren't needed anymore. We have our high priest up there in heaven, ministering for us, administering for us right now as I speak. He is interceding for us as our high priest. This has now gone spiritual. Forget the physical world. Everything is about the spiritual world now. To present ourselves as a living sacrifice is to present our spiritual soul as a sacrifice to God. So we must keep our bodies as pure as possible. Yes, we should be as sinless as possible, but we must also eat or not eat what we should not be eating, or not drinking what we should not be drinking. We should be temperate in our appetite. You don't have to eat 3 meals a day. You eat what you require. If you're not hungry, why do you have to eat? You should not be eating all the chicken and all the lamb and all the beef that you can see. Burgers are not beef burgers or hamburgers anymore. I'm not going to tell you what burgers they are. You can do your own research there. But there's not enough meat in this world. There's not enough animals to service the amount of meat that is eaten every day in this world. It's not real meat you're eating. And if you want to say it is real meat, well, it's certainly not healthy meat. Do your research if you're not sure. Out of all the fast food chains, are you really trying to tell me there's enough animals to supply these fast food chains every single day? No. The health reform is the right arm of the gospel. If you can't reach someone talking to them about God or Jesus, then talk to them about their health. And that will always bring it back to God. He who cherishes the light, that light is the truth. That truth needs to penetrate your body. The Spirit of God needs to penetrate your body to convert you. And if that light can't get in because of the rubbish you feed into your body, feed into your mind, your pineal gland needs to be as pure as possible. And if God's light cannot get you, then you're lost. You are lost. I pray that's not the case. Look up what you should not be eating. Go to Leviticus, it's all there. Drinks, cut down on all the fizzy drinks. Cut down on all drinks that contain sugar and anything like that. Where need be, stick to water. Milk, come off dairy milk. Go to nut milk or coconut milk or stuff like that. But try and get it pure. Try and get it straight from the source where possible. And if not, then do the best you can. We need to present ourselves living sacrifices. Our bodies and our minds need to be as pure as we could possibly make them. Pray about it. Do your research.